This happened a long time ago. I had a little girl come up to me and she said, Tommy, my mom was talking about you last night. And I said, she was? What did she say? She said, you know that Tommy, she wears such bright lipstick, she looks like a clown. So since then I kind of resorted to lip gloss.
I decided to do freeze dance, and one of the kids decided to play with the lost and found clothes and decided to dress up in the girl clothes, including a headband.
I take it that was a boy.
Yes.
During Christmas break, I was sitting in the art room with one of the kids and we were talking, and all of a sudden out of nowhere she went, Haley, you should get married. You're 24 years old, don't you think it's about time that you went and got married? You should just go find somebody tonight and get married right now.
This kid came in and was saying that he tried to go to the bathroom and he couldn't. So then I tried to get him to tell me what was going on, and he said that he tried to sit down to go to the bathroom and he couldn't go. So then I came to the conclusion that he had diarrhea and tried not to laugh and made him feel comfortable.
About a little spark at Kid Stop. He was playing on a snow mound with some other kids, and as we were going in, he was the last kid. He was yelling and kind of starting to cry, and he said, my shoe is gone. And I said, well, where'd it go? And it was in about 4 or 5 feet of snow, so it took us probably about 15 minutes to get that dug up. But anyways, I ran out there about 50 yards, picked him up, and carried him over to the blacktop so he could get inside and not have to be stuck out in the cold. So.
Very kind of you.
Yep.
The most memorable moment working at the club is when I left for spring break and I came back and all the kids came rushing out of the doors to come see me and gave me tons of hugs because they were so excited.
My most memorable moment at Boys and Girls Club was getting to help out with Girl Scouts, and because of that I was able to start my own workout group here, and all of the kids really love it, and it's really exciting when they come up to me, is it Monday yet? Is it Monday yet? Because we do it every Monday, so that's my most memorable moment.
My most memorable moment was growing up at the club and being a member and becoming a staff.
Many memorable moments over the last 6 months, from homework to programs. A favorite was being able to see how all the kids' personalities come together and getting to know them all.
So in gym, we were playing big ball soccer, big yoga ball, we were kicking around and the kids get really sweaty. One of the kids comes up to me and she goes, there's sweat dripping down my butt. Kind of walks away. She comes back a little bit later going, feels kind of weird. I'm like, well, if it feels that bad, go to the bathroom. No, I think I kind of like it. And just kind of walks away.
My favorite part about Kid Stop is too hard to decide because I love a lot of things about Kid Stop. I love the staff that I'm with. They are my family away from home. And the kids, the relationships that I have with them is phenomenal. They make me a better person when I come to work. But I do have some really funny stories. One in particular was with a Kid Stop member. We have teams, houses like as in Harry Potter. If you haven't seen Harry Potter, they're split into houses. And so I called them houses, and that was a mistake because I said, okay, kids, get into your houses. And one of the kids grabbed all their stuff, the backpack, jacket, went to the door, and one of the staff said, hey, where are you going? She told me to go home. So that's one of my funniest moments at Kid Stop.
Here at Talahi Kid Stop, we never have a dull day. There's excitement from starting our day off with some really nice dance moves and playing out here in the lovely playground with the kids. Every day is full of excitement and I love my job.
Hey, I'm James. I've been working at the Boys and Girls Club for over 2 years. My favorite thing is probably Fridays when we get to do LARPing. We get transported into a mythical fantasy realm of knights, dragons, and wizards, and all the kids dress up and grab foam swords. And we bring in acting mixed with combat and physical craziness, and everything is well by the end of the night.
And action.
Hi, I'm Grant. I'm the front desk at the Eastside Boys and Girls Club. The best thing about the club is James's outfits when he's sparky.
Hi there, my name is Kyle Shooters and I've been with the Boys and Girls Club since January of last year volunteering and now as an employee. What I really enjoy about working here is that every day is different, and you always experience something new with the kids and they always keep me smiling and on my edge of my seat. because you always have to deal with them in a different way and provide games with them that keep them entertained.
Lisa, I'm an intern at the Eastside Boys and Girls Club, and the funny part here is the odors. As you start to walk through junior rec, you can smell it getting stinky and stinkier, and once you hit the dance studio, you better open the window. That's all.
So my funny story is a continuation from the story I told last time, but with a different animal. So the young man that had the dead bird in his pocket, him and a buddy of his dumped a bunch of fish food into the Learning Center's fish tank, and the other guy ran, and the young man with the dead bird, he was reaching around in the water in the fish flakes and had little fish food things all over him. It smelled really bad, trying to catch the fish. But when we sat down with the parents and talking about it, one of the staff that spoke the language, translated what he was saying after we told his parents what he was doing, and he basically said that he was trying to eat the fish. So that's my funny story.
Okay. My funny story from the club is stop. How you can feel very old and very young based on how old the kids think of you. I've been as young as 12 to 16, and I've been as old as 212. And then when Jackie started working here, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Kelly, you look young," until Jackie told them that she was 25, and they were like, "Oh, Kelly, you look like 30 compared to her." And that kind of makes you feel good about yourself. Yeah.
Okay, go.
We have this one first grade kid, and he has the best one-liners. One of my favorite things he says, he'll come up to me and grab me by the wrist and say, "With my tiny hand, I will cut off your hand." And then he'll give a So that gets me through the day when he'll give me one of those. But that's just one of the many one-liners of this little guy.
Hi, I am Katie Ruprecht Woodtruck, and I have lots of very fond memories of working at the Boys and Girls Club. One of the best happened this year. I had some kids, well, as you all know, we had a lot of ceramics donated to the club, and we had our share at Eastside, that is for sure. And for those of you who don't know, the Eastside Boys and Girls Club is pretty notorious for pranking one another. So I had these gnomes that were painted by these members, and someone decided it would be a great idea if they gnome napped one of my gnomes and then held it for ransom. So I ended up, in order to get one of them back, I had to take over somebody's cleaning day, James Payne, and then just when I got one of them back, the other one disappeared, and then pictures started getting stuck under my door. Every time I would leave, I'd come back and there was a new picture, and my gnome was in some sort of trouble. One of them was in the kitchen, and it had a knife held up to it. One of them was getting swirly in the toilet, and eventually I just told all the staff, I'm like, look, if I don't get this back, I'm going to put the kids on the case. And I did that, and then the kids just went crazy, really, really crazy. They were running all over the club trying to find this stupid gnome, and all the staff were ready to strangle me by the end. I did eventually get my gnome back, though, and it was in my car. Now, without further ado, let me just show you what these gnomes look like. They moved with me over to the Southside Boys and Girls Club, and I love them. The end.
That is my name.